Hey yo, what's going on with the viewers of the tube? Tyler here of Chico Crypto, coming to you not live, not in the studio, but out in my backyard for a candid video on this Thursday. Let's first talk a little bit about the Bitcoin price. We dropped from the 20K range Tuesday of this week down to about 18.5K. We had a little bit of a scare, but support was found. And we have pumped back over 19K. As of right now, we're sitting at about 19.3K. But the title of this video is about a CBDC. They want to keep you poor, the powers that be. So what am I talking about? Well, Jay Powell, aka Homeboy Jerome, spoke at a think tank conference just today, and CBDC was a hot topic during this talk. Jerome basically said that privacy concerns were extremely important for the CBDC, and the CBDC will be intermediated, widely transferable, and identity verified. So, what does that mean? Well, regarding privacy and the privacy concerns, basically the Fed wants to squash privacy with their CBDC by eliminating it completely. The Fed will have, and the government will have, complete control over that CBDC and can look at every transaction. So this isn't necessarily good, you guys. CBDC is extremely scary because of social credit systems. So, as we know, China has launched their own CBDC, and they have a social credit system within their country. So they can start doing some funky things to their citizens. They have control over their money, and they have control over what they do. So, an example, if they launched a CBDC with a social credit system, basically, if you were known to be overweight, health, they could literally put an allowance of how many, fast food visits you could do or how many cheeseburgers you could buy. That could be implemented. Another example is a person gets a DUI. The Fed can then ban those offenders from purchasing alcohol or beer. Within China already, with their social credit system, they're already punishing citizens they consider, risky or untrustworthy by throttling their internet and doing flight bans. So, what is going to happen? Well, Jerome said the Fed will not proceed with the CBDC unless the legislative branches, vote on it to go forward with the CBDC. Well, August 8th, the House Financial Service Committee asked the Fed to speed up the development and the launch of a CBDC. And within the Payments.com article regarding this, they said that they could be voting on related legislation next month. This was in August, so it's this month we could be having legislation voted on for a CBDC. So if they do get, support from other government agencies, then they will move forward with it. Now, I said that the Fed could be launching their CBDC in 2023 in the title. Why do I say this? Well, the Fed is launching a new payment system here soon. They announced that they're launching FEDNOW in the summer of 2023. Now, there hasn't been any information, that this will include a CBDC, but if we get, some votes from government agencies, giving it the okay, then we definitely could see a CBDC integrated into the FEDNOW payment system. But there was also a kind of suspicious tweet that came out from one of XRP's senior advisors on CBDCs. He actually said that in the next couple of weeks, be looking for a big CBDC announcement. Again, you guys, a CBDC isn't good. I mean, it is Orwellian. It's basically a control tactic. They want to keep people poor. They want to, know where they are spending their money, and they want to control what people do. So I am very, very scared about this. But moving on to some cryptocurrency news out of the CBDC space. Let's talk about, Bitcoin in the next month or two. So basically, Bitcoin, is having a rebound. But again, I am being very, very cautious because we have some big stuff coming up. Next week, I think it's September 13th, inflation numbers are coming out. And inflation has been increasing across the board for other countries. Over in Europe, we're seeing, after they had inflation retreat a little bit, it's going back up. Now, if inflation comes out higher, September 13th for the United States, we are definitely having a 75 basis point raise. And even if it stays stagnant, I mean, we are probably going to have a 75 basis point raise. Other countries are doing 75 BPS raises. ECB just announced today they're doing their largest one, which was 75 basis points. And just a couple days ago, Canada announced they were doing a 75 BPS raise as well. So the markets will be very volatile coming up in the next couple of weeks. I do think we could see another little downtrend. I don't know how far, but again, you guys be cautious. I've talked about this signal here I recently found on GMX when there's a bunch of longs going on their dashboard, more longs than shorts. I think there's over $57 million in longs and $25 million in shorts on GMX, which is all retail traders, and we know whales like to F retail traders, so they liquidate where they can get the most money. This is flashed again, you guys, so be careful. It is very possible we do see another dip. But regarding altcoins, the altcoin space, Rocket Pool, one of my favorite cryptocurrencies. It's the first decentralized staking pool for ETH2. It has actually broken into the top 100 cryptocurrencies finally. I'm super excited about that. It deserves it. One of the big reasons for this pump is they actually added liquidity incentives for our ETH so it can start being integrated into DeFi. I have a feeling our ETH is going to be a big competitor to Lido and ST ETH. Another crypto I want to talk about is CASP. It's having a nice pump, but be careful, you guys. It's possible, this is just pre-merge hype, I think CASP will continue pumping up to the merge, and especially as the hash power abandons Ethereum next week. But you got to take a look at the development of CASPA, make sure they are doing, things, they're getting an ecosystem built. They have said in their papers that is their plan. They want to be one of the most scalable ecosystems for crypto dApps. But you want to make sure that is happening before, making a solid big investment into it. Another big announcement news within the altcoin space was Energy Web token. Yeah, Energy Web was actually mentioned in the White House's first report on cryptocurrencies. So basically it was the impact of cryptocurrencies, crypto assets have on climate within the United States, and EWT's Flex Flex Alert service here in California was specifically mentioned, you guys. And as we know, California has been going through some big energy strains on their grid, and this service is actually working to a T. Every person who signs up for the Flex Alert system, they get issued an EWT DID. So this is amazing to see. Well, viewers, be careful of the CBDC. I've talked about these CBDCs before. They are very, very dangerous, and it's, what leads us into a world that is fully controlled by our government. Hopefully this shit does not happen. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.